Hi, I'm Sandy Genovese and welcome to this episode of the Ellison Education video series. You know, if your students enjoy playing tic-tac-toe, they are sure to love this project. And if you look here, I've made a tic-tac-toe game, but there's a couple of things that are really unique about it. First of all, the game pieces, instead of being X's and O's, I have my leftover X's and O's up here, I've replaced them with just fall-themed die cuts. And the reason that they're not sliding and they're staying so helpfully together is because I've made them magnetic. These are each one of these is a magnet that is being used to play the game. And the reason they stick is because the cookie sheet actually has iron in it, which makes the magnet work. Now, in order to start, you want to start first by covering and creating the background or the tic-tac-toe board. So I cut paper, and you want it to fit the size of your cookie sheet, and mine has rounded edges, so I rounded the edges as well, and it's going to just nest inside. You don't have to glue anything. The magnets are going to hold it all together. But first you want to build the grid that you see in the tic-tac-toe game board itself. And it's easy enough to do. I just took a piece of paper that was the same width as my paper, and I started by folding it into thirds. Once I have it folded into thirds, then open it back up and use this as your measurement for where you're going to put first the vertical lines and then turning it this way. In fact, let me move this out of the way and I'll show you with the actual game board. You'll see that my pencil lines are marking where the vertical lines will go. And if I turn it this way, they're also marking where the horizontal lines are going to go, because my tic-tac-toe game board is basically a square minus this title section at the top. Once you've just used, white glue or glue stick to glue down the grid and you've created the grid on the blue sheet, the thing that will hold it there are the magnet pieces. And believe it or not, that is super easy too. What I did is I went to an office supply store, I think this one was from Staples, and they have business card sized self-adhesive magnet. And a whole box is something like $12 for, I don't know, 25 or 50. And it's got self-adhesive, so I'm going to peel the backing off, which will expose the sticky side, and then I'm going to take I'll do the apple first. So I'll go ahead and I'm going to place paper right on top of the adhesive portion of the magnet. And now all I have to do is go ahead and die cut. And I'm going to use a die. This particular die has both the apples that we're going to use as well as the leaves. And all I need to do is to place the magnet so that it's covering the design, the apple design. Because I'm doing it in the Big Shot Pro, I'm placing it down with the cutting pad over the top. Of course, you could use the same die if you have a Prestige or a Prestige Pro machine. Basically, anything that scissors can cut, your machines can cut. So magnet is not difficult at all. I'm going to pull this, turn it over, so here is, you can see the apple shape, and then I'll bring this over so you can see what I've done. I just took, and instead of cutting out another whole apple, I just cut a little section at the top. With scissors, I'm going to snip off the stem and the leaf portion so that I can add it over the top. In fact, if you look here, you can see what I've done. I've just added it just to add a little more color. And in the case of the leaves, I've just gone back with a marker, a darker shade of yellow, to mark the veins in the leaves. So it's simple, it's fun, and once you make the game pieces magnetic, a simple cookie sheet can be converted into the game board, and you are ready to play a tic-tac-terrific game.